Once upon a time, in a quiet green forest where the sunlight danced through the leaves, lived two best friends named Hoppy and Jumpy. Hoppy was a gentle rabbit with soft white fur and big, curious eyes. Jumpy was a cheerful monkey with a long, curly tail and a big, bright smile. They loved exploring the forest together, always looking for new adventures and ways to help their animal friends. One peaceful afternoon, Hoppy was hopping through the meadow, enjoying the warm sun on his fur. He stopped to nibble on some sweet clover, his favorite snack. Suddenly, he heard a familiar sound, Jumpy's happy laugh echoing from the treetops. Hoppy looked up and saw Jumpy swinging from branch to branch, waving down at him. "Hello, Hoppy," called Jumpy, landing softly beside his friend. "Hello, Jumpy," replied Hoppy, his ears perking up. "What are we going to do today?" Jumpy grinned. "Let's go on a kindness adventure. Let's see how many animals we can help in the forest today." Hoppy's eyes sparkled. "That sounds wonderful. Helping friends always makes me happy." So, the two friends set off, walking side by side along the soft forest path. The birds sang sweet songs, and the gentle breeze made the leaves whisper above them. As they walked, they soon heard a tiny voice crying for help. They followed the sound and found a little bluebird sitting on the ground, looking sad. "What's wrong, little bluebird?" asked Hoppy softly. "I fell from my nest," said the bluebird, "and now I can't get back up to my home in the tree." Jumpy smiled kindly. "Don't worry. I can climb trees very well. I'll help you get back to your nest." Jumpy gently scooped up the little bluebird and climbed up the tree, swinging from branch to branch with his tail. When he reached the nest, he carefully placed the bluebird inside. The bluebird's family chirped with joy, and the little one flapped its wings in happiness. "Thank you, Jumpy." "Thank you, Hoppy," sang the bluebird family. Hoppy and Jumpy waved goodbye and continued their walk, feeling happy for helping their friend. Next, they came to a small pond where they saw a family of frogs looking worried. The smallest frog was sitting on a rock, shivering. "What's wrong, little frog?" asked Hoppy gently. "I'm cold and can't find my way back to the lily pad," said the little frog. "Don't worry," said Jumpy. "We'll help you." Hoppy hopped into the shallow water and nudged the lily pad closer with his nose. Jumpy reached out his long arm and helped the little frog onto the lily pad. The frog's family cheered, and the little frog smiled brightly. "Thank you, Hoppy." "Thank you, Jumpy," croaked the frogs. Hoppy and Jumpy waved and continued their adventure, feeling warm inside from all the kindness they were sharing. As they walked deeper into the forest, they heard a soft buzzing sound. They saw a bee sitting on a flower, looking tired and sad. "Hello, little bee," said Hoppy softly. "Are you all right?" The bee shook its tiny head. "I've been flying all day and can't find my way back to my hive. I'm so tired." Jumpy thought for a moment. "Let's help the bee find her hive. We can look for the biggest tree with a hole. That's where bees like to live." So, Hoppy and Jumpy searched the forest, looking up at all the trees. Finally, they found a tall tree with a round hole and the sound of buzzing coming from inside. "Look, little bee. That must be your home," said Hoppy. The bee buzzed with happiness and flew up to the hive. Soon, her bee friends came out to greet her, and they all buzzed a happy thank you to Hoppy and Jumpy. Feeling proud of their good deeds, Hoppy and Jumpy sat down under a shady tree to rest. They watched the clouds drift by and listened to the peaceful sounds of the forest. After a while, they heard a gentle sobbing nearby. They followed the sound and found a little hedgehog stuck in a patch of prickly brambles. "Oh dear," said Hoppy. "Let's help you out." Jumpy carefully moved the brambles aside with his nimble hands, while Hoppy gently guided the hedgehog out. The little hedgehog was so grateful, he gave Hoppy and Jumpy a big, gentle hug. "Thank you, friends. I was so scared, but now I'm safe." Hoppy smiled. "We're always happy to help." The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky with pink and orange colors. Hoppy and Jumpy knew it was time to head home, but they felt so happy thinking about all the friends they had helped. As they walked back through the meadow, Jumpy said, "Today was a special day, Hoppy. We made so many animals happy." Hoppy nodded. "Kindness is like sunshine, it makes everything brighter." When they reached the edge of the forest, Hoppy and Jumpy sat together quietly, watching the stars appear in the sky. They talked about their favorite moments of the day and made a promise to always help others whenever they could. Hoppy hopped back to his cozy burrow, tired but happy. Jumpy climbed up to his treehouse, feeling peaceful and proud. As they drifted off to sleep, they dreamed of new adventures, gentle friends, and the magic of kindness. "Good night, Little ones, may your dreams be filled with gentle adventures, happy friends, and the joy of helping others, just like Hoppy and Jumpy. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Fuzzy Fable Factory and tap the like button. We can't wait to share more gentle adventures and bedtime stories with you. Sweet dreams.